God, I hear you have a Tumblr. An actual Tumblr. And you're scrolling through every reblog and counting the notes, trying to answer the question, did I fuck up when I made Adam and Eve and even Steven? Because all you're finding is porn, lots of it. Between slit wrists and eating disorders, the occasional fucked up pieces of Domino's pizza, and the signs that say, this is the sign you've been waiting for, or sorry, we're closed, we're busy fucking. But I also hear, God, that you're Popeye, my second grade bus driver, who pulled us over one day, stood up and looked at all of us and said, if any of you sing that song one more time, I'll write up this entire bus. And that's when I rose, looked him, looked Popeye, looked God in the eyes, and I said, he's Popeye the bus driver man. He's Popeye the bus driver man. He's strong to the finish when he eats his spinach. He's Popeye the fucking bus driver man. And I hear that pissed you off, God, and I'm sorry. But I also hear apologies are like a second chance that no one ever deserves, yet you still give me the second chance, God, to fix things, to make them better. But God, things would be so much easier if you just answered the prayers that I make every time I lie awake with my face in my pillow and I say, hey God, can you help me pass this midterm? Can you get me a job? Can you make me rich? Can you help me win Survivor? Can you make somebody love me? Anybody, really, but, well, within reason. And God, if you can't do any of those things, alright, that's fine. But could you at least give me a piece of toast with some peanut butter? I mean, the communion at your church is a little stale, a little dry. Some peanut butter and toasting can do wonders, I promise. And God, if you can be anything, then why aren't you a Pokemon? So once we catch you, hold the Pokeball that contains you in our hands, we know you will always be there, guaranteed. So when we say, God, I choose you, and hurl that Pokeball into the air, you'll appear and fight our battles for us. And when one of us turns to stone, the other will cry a tear to bring them back and make everything okay in that sappy movie way that we know life has the potential to be, if only we let it. If only you could be there, God, because I know something better might come along. You might evolve if you're a Pokemon. Just like Ben and Jerry's might have better ice cream, they just haven't made it yet. And God, there are a lot of things you haven't answered. Like, I'm still waiting for your confirmation that I am the devil. But hey, we're best friends too, so let's chat it up. Go get some Starbucks and we'll rediscuss the Bible. I think we need an editor and a better publisher. I hear Scholastic Books is looking for something since the last Harry Potter. That did pretty well, but we could do better. And God, we need to start fixing all these misunderstandings that have been going on, because graffiti can be painted over and so can our words. So let's fix those 10 commandments. Let's make sure that we say that man can lie with whomever the fuck he wants as long as he loves her. Or him. Because, God, we just need to start loving people a little bit more. So let's take a Sharpie and drag over every single line that people might misinterpret. And if someone says, this isn't how it's supposed to be, this isn't what I was raised to believe, then we'll say, you're left. Because wrong is too strong a word, and we'll explain, the devil and God, we figured shit out, we had this redone. In fact, we don't even need a book anymore because we have the internet. So God, go get your laptop, log onto Tumblr, and make a new post. Rewrite your 10 commandments, add 3 more if you need to. Tell us how Moses really was Jesus in love with a woman or a man? Did Noah forget the unicorns and the dinosaurs when he set sail? It doesn't really matter. What does matter is that you clarify things, because we can't deal with the mystery machine anymore, lying awake on our beds waiting for you to appear. We need you to be there, God, to be our best friend, our Pikachu, our Scooby-Doo, however it works. God, we just need you to be there, because like the first person to write a sentence or attempt to kiss, they knew they were doing something new, something great. Like an 8-colored rainbow or an endless supply of Oreos. God, for once, could you just bring on the Oreos? Because they didn't know how to write or to kiss or to see that 8th color, and you didn't speak up, God. Where was your voice on the intercom speaker or the darkest spots of Tumblr? I want to hear your voice for real, and don't say we're speaking every time you strike lightning to the ground, because I've heard it 1,000 times since I was a child, and I'm not impressed. No, I want to hear your voice for real, so let's have a one-on-one chat in a Starbucks. And if you can't handle this, if you don't want to do this, fine, alright, but don't just tell me through some Facebook chat or last-minute text, or leave me sitting alone in Starbucks reading the last Harry Potter over and over and over again, waiting to see your face. None of that lame-ass breakup shit. So, because I know it's been 20 years, God, and I still haven't seen your face, but I know I need to speak with you. So let me shout out this one last Hail Mary and pray, where I'll put a jar of peanut butter in my backpack, grab a piece of bread, and I'll run out into the middle of a storm to hold up the body of my Savior to the rain-filled clouds, and I will wait for lightning to strike.